Wednesday. I have been up since 7. I have washed my sheets, gotten them back on the bed. I have been doing just various things, picking up, cleaning up. Everything is pretty much back in order, but as you notice, my Christmas is still up. I just cannot bring myself to take it down yet. My plans are to do it probably Monday. That'll be the beginning of a new week, and it's probably time, but I seriously could probably leave it up through January. But it's been up a reasonable amount of time. I mean, it's been up since November, can't remember, the middle of November, I know that. And so, yeah, I've enjoyed it very much. So it's probably time to put it up, give it a break, and get on with winter, which winter is just going to be pretty sparse. I mean, I'm just going to put everything back what I had before, possibly going through some things that I might want to sell in a garage sale, get rid of, but usually I just put it right back up. I went through my closet again Monday. There's not one thing that I got rid of. I don't know what's the matter with me. I just, my sister gave me 3 new Johnny Was shirts that she had gotten on sale. She always tries to get them at 75% off. There is a city that she can go to where they reasonably priced Johnny Was clothing, and she tries to buy it early and then saves it for either a birthday or Christmas or, just whatever event comes up. And I'm thrilled to have them, but my rule is you bring in, you take out. I had gone through my closet earlier in the fall. I got rid of a few things, not very many, and for some reason there's nothing that I want to say goodbye to right now. Now when spring comes, it might be a different story. But for right now, there's nothing I want to say goodbye to. Silly, but that's what I'm thinking right now. Excuse me, I had to turn it off and sneeze. I've been going through clothes, and when I piddle through clothes, I don't know if it's the fibers or what, but they make me sneeze. So I am in today a hoodie that I got from Disneyland when we went this summer, and it has a really pretty back. It's not a Spirit jersey or anything, it's just a hoodie, and I thought it was the prettiest color, and I haven't worn it yet, so I thought this would be a good time to wear it. And I just have a little Tinkerbell shirt underneath. It's also Disneyland, and so, I guess I'm finished with the Christmas clothes, even though I'm going to miss them very much. It was so much fun to just put on a different Christmas shirt every day and enjoy that season. So I'll show you what the back of it looks like here in just a second. But what I'm up to today, or maybe I should tell you what I did yesterday. Yesterday was Reaps, and I did get a little footage of our table, but I did not get really a picture of us other than a photo that was taken, and I'll see if I can put that on. But I didn't even have time to show you what I was wearing because it was my turn to do the brunch with another lady, and then another lady that couldn't be there sent some things that I took, and everything we thought was really good that everybody made. And I did make a quiche Lorraine. Everything else I bought. So I kind of was easy on myself this year, other than just getting things together. So I'll show you what I wore yesterday. I went to wear my little Target sweater that I picked up over the weekend. And oh, y'all, if this is still available where you live, oh, it is just like wearing a Barefoot Dreams. It's so soft, so comfortable. And it's fuzzy and just that beautiful blue that kind of melts out a little bit into the white, so you get a little different hue of blue. It's so pretty, the navy. So I wore it with a pair of Gap straight leg jeans that I've had for quite a while, and then a Talbot shirt that I had gotten back in autumn that was on also a 75% off sale. But I thought that it would go pretty under the sweater. I don't know if it really did or not. I kind of put things together in a crazy way. That's just the artsy person in me that other people might not do, but I thought it was okay. But anyway, that's the outfit that I wore with some of my Ugg boots because it was quite cold. Okay, this is what my reap setup looks like when we come and serve. It's probably too much food, but you know, Swedish cream, quiche Lorraine. We're going with snowflakes and snowmen, keto-friendly sausage casserole, ham and cheese rolls, nuts, cinnamon rolls, orange cranberry loaf, fruit, of course, and date nut coffee cake, and lemon blueberry loaf, and banana nut nuggets. So here's what my ladies look like. This is what we're not a very big group today because it's very, that is done and over, and now I can move on to other things. I do need to do a repair today, and I'll show you what that is in just a second. I'm currently doing some laundry, and these things that I wore is part of the laundry that I'm going to do. And yeah, laundry is always a part of the weekly duties. So let me put this out here to wash, and there's something currently in there. So here's what I need to work on. Well, let me show you the back of my shirt first. So here's the back of the Disneyland hoodie. It's just really pretty, and it was one that wasn't quite as expensive as some of the other things, and not nearly as expensive as these. So my husband did buy me a Spirit jersey, and if I wear that, I will show you. But yeah, it's just not quite as bad. I have also changed to my new, also on sale. I got it really good price, swig. And here's that. Just not perfect colors that I would love. blue, and more blue. And I really do like it. It's really pretty. So now I have one for autumn, spring. Spring and summer kind of goes together. Winter, this is going to be my winter. And then, of course, my Christmas one was the Nutcracker. Okay, this is what I need to do today. My sister left for me a shirt that she has had for quite some time, and she wants me to add some things to it because she spilled on it in a certain area. So I'm going to see if I can cover that up and give this shirt back to her. So here is my, washed it for her. I gave it a press. I made it look like it's going to be brand new, and it's really cute. Ho ho in these cutout letters, fabric letters, and the Santa is just adorable with a painted face and a little bow at the top with a bell. Now, you can't see it really bad, but I know what she's talking about. It's right here, and she wants me to cover up those spots because, you know, when you're out in the sun, you can kind of see it. So she had wanted me to paint something, but I think it just needs some embellishment, like crystals. So I'm going to go get my crystal box and play with it just a minute and see how that will look, and add some crystals over here too, so it's kind of continuous. We also thought about maybe adding another ribbon and a bell, but I don't know. I'm going to go against the ribbon, and let's just see what the crystals look like. I'm going to put a protective piece of cardboard under the shirt so that if the glue, you know, comes through, you won't glue the shirt together on the back side. I used the Aleene's Jewel It fabric embellishing glue adhesive, and it works really well, and I haven't ever had anything come off. So let me get into my crystals. Here's all of my sort of Christmassy crystals, and those are mostly bells, I think. I don't think I'm going to need any of that. I think I'm probably just going to be working with these. So let me see what I can do and see what it looks like. All right, this is what I decided to do to my sister's shirt. I hope that it will be okay and that she will like it. And I just did some sparkles. Since the hat of Santa and the hole over here had red and green, I just went with the red and green. I had some crystals that had a holly leaf effect. So I did a holly and a berry. And then I did a winding path around here up towards the hat, as if the bell was sprinkling glitter down. And then I did some larger sparkles and covered up the areas that she wanted to have covered up. And then I did a cluster of red and green here to kind of give that an effect. And then over here I added some crystals, not many, but just to balance the shirt, hopefully, with crystals. The curved effect, cluster effect, and then the holly with the berry. So hopefully she will like this. Unfortunately, if she doesn't like it, I can't take it off because these are glued on. So I'm gonna let them have some time to really adhere and stay on, and then I'll remove it and get it ready to take the next time I see her, which I don't know when that's gonna be, but we'll see. Let's go see if Oreo is out and about. It is 38 degrees. I mean, it is cold. And poor little Oreo, her ice and her bowl has been freezing. We have to throw it out in the yard. And this is where she usually is. She will not come over here. I specifically made this for her. It's nice and warm. And she doesn't stay there. I don't know where she goes, really. Let's see if she's anywhere around. Oreo! Oreo! Sometimes if I turn on the blower to blow off the deck. Oh, there she is. Hello, my sweet girl. How are you? Would you like a treat? Would you like a treat? Well, let me get it for you. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? Are you cold? I don't know really where she goes. I don't know where she stays. But she's always been kind of dirty, and she's pretty clean, so it's kind of funny seeing her dirty. But I'll stop here for a second and give her a little treat. Hello, darling. Hello, my little darling. How are you? It is so good to see you. Yes, it is. It is so good to see you. Taken care of. Got her some fresh water, and she was thirsty. She drank it. She is so sweet. I have just had such fun with her. All right. Everything in the house is pretty much back in order, and I have the disarray. I miss the noise. I miss the laughter of having family around. And when it's all over and everybody goes back to work and back to school and back to their lives, and you're retired, and you don't get to see people for a while, it gets really lonely, and I really, really miss that noise, and I even miss stuff being all over the place. And I'm a neat freak. You've known that if you've watched my channel for a long time. I like everything in its place, and even though my house is a little bit cluttered for me, I still like for everything to be in its spot. And when relatives come, everything is just all over the place. But that's okay, because that is life, and that is having, the joy of your family members being around. So let me show you what I did with the chairs that I bought and the crystal lamp. I can't remember if I showed you that it was in Suzanne's room. Anyway, yeah, let me show you what I've done. At the end of my table that I made many years ago. I'm not going to get rid of it yet. I mean, I may even can sell it. It's in good shape. I redid it. I painted it. I padded it. I covered it. And I think it's kind of cute. I don't know. But I hate to just get rid of it. So our island has a section on it where it's longer on this end than it is on this end by the oven and the microwave, which would be, I guess, for seating if I had the correct kind of stools, but I don't. So for right now, I'm just gonna leave the chair under here, and I can put things on it when I'm getting things out of the pantry, which is located right across, in here. My pantry is a mess, but what do you do? I had to put up party things from yesterday, so I have those up there at the top. And I have paint that I used when I painted the house, which is probably old now. I probably should get rid of it, but I don't know. So anyway, pantry's across here. So sometimes when you're getting things out of the pantry, you just need a place to put things until you decide. So I don't know if that's silly. I could also use it as a chair to put my shoes on, because it's right here by, the utility area where we go out to the garage and the washer and dryer. I don't know. We'll just do it like that for right now. And then here are the chairs that I bought. So one is on one end of our table, and the other one, of course, is down here on the other end of the table where I was showing you where I was working on my sister's shirt. Anyway, they cleaned up very easily, and one chair did not have the bottom pieces to it that you could put on it for not scratching the floor. It didn't have these things on it. So I added those to this chair, and it's very light. It's easy to scoot in and out, which is good. Like I said, they're not terribly comfortable, but it's better than what was there. Anyway, you're not really sitting at the dining room table that much. Of course, we were playing games and stuff, but at least now there's 6 chairs for when I have company. And do they match? Does it really go? I don't know. But they were cheap. I could recover the seats if I wanted to and give them some extra padding, which would not really be that difficult because I've done it before. I've recovered chair seats. So anyway, that's where they are for right now. I still am just terribly in love with the detailing on the top of the chair. And I'm sure these came from, because you see them everywhere. They're not anything unique or special, but anyway. So then the little light that I got that I thought was so cute, crystal lamp, I just couldn't believe they were crystal and that they were the price that they were. And like I said, one I'm going to give to my sister and one to me. So I put it here in Suzanne's room. I don't have it on right now, but, I think it looks really cute with her dresser and the vibe of her room, because we have the crystal chandelier up here. And then the other crystal lamp I decided to put over here. I don't know if it looks good or not. I don't know if it's right. But now there's a balance of 2 lamps on each side of her bed. She doesn't really use them. I wish she would, but like at night when she's going to sleep. But I don't know, for right now, this is where I'm gonna leave them, because it is that balance of one on one side and one on the other. And then of course the crystal lamp over here. Now, real crystal? No, probably not on this one. I mean, I haven't done the test or anything. No, it's just glass. But it's cute. And, it's got crystal on it. It works. I had to clean up the lamp shade quite a bit. It was pretty dirty. So it took me some time to get the dust particles out of the pleating of the shade. But the shade itself was in good condition. And inside where this part is, the other lamp that was there was completely cracked. There was no way to fix it. So it's unfortunate that I couldn't have the pair. But, you know, I wasn't going to try to look for a lampshade. It's impossible to match. So I just stuck with this one. And I do think it's pretty and will serve its purpose. And, you know, you may remember that I thrifted this as well from an estate sale, this yellow table, because in her furniture there is yellow here and there's green there. So the yellow, you know, I thought that matched really well and really cute. All right, let me turn this off. And this is a 3-way switch, so I need to get a 3-way bulb for it. I just don't have one right now. 3-way bulbs are just terribly expensive these days. I don't know why. But anyway, I'll get a 3-way bulb for that one. Now this lamp was from my sister-in-law. She used to love the color yellow, and when Suzanne was born, I needed a lamp in her nursery. And she gave it to me, so she's never asked for it back. I asked her one time if she'd like to have it back. She said no. Didn't serve a purpose for her anymore. So, you know, it has the yellow bottom to it to go with everything. And then when I retired, this sign was given to me from the faculty, and it was yellow. And I thought, wow, it goes perfectly in here as well to go along with Suzanne's room. And then I also thrifted this. This came from an estate sale. One of the first ones we ever went to, it came from that, and it's kind of a crystal candle holder. But I just love to have this crystal lamp in here. I don't know, it just sets everything off. Junk, and more junk. I know. More things to dust. More things to get rid of at some point. I don't know, you know. What do you do? But so many things in my house have a meaning. I've made it, you know, like I said, I made this, I decoupaged this little cheap table with Mary Engelbreit paper dolls. I crafted this mosaic table. I did that myself back when we were living in our other town, and painted it sort of Mackenzie Childs looking. That was fun to do. You know, there's just so many things that you have them and you get used to them, and you just don't want to get rid of stuff. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so those are my thrifted things, and I know I showed my thrifted lampshade in here in the guest room. I'm pretty sure I did. And of course it's over here in the corner. And it's just adorable. I just love the shade to it. It's a little short for the room, but I don't really care. I mean, nobody usually sits in that chair anyway. It's just to kind of look at. And that little doll will go up when the Christmas stuff goes up. And I just keep a Bible sitting on the chair there. So a lot of the tables that I have, or little things that I have, like this thing where I keep my bath and body. I don't think I've ever shown this. This is where I keep my bath and body extra in the guest room when I need it. In a drawer full of bath and body when I need it, or when a guest needs it. So, you know, I love that table. Oh, I know what I came in here for. I came to show you this chair. I had bought this chair at an estate sale or at a thrift store somewhere, and I recovered it with this zigzag pattern, which you're going to go, that is far out to take a saying from the 70s. But the reason I chose these colors is because the colors are in the comforter, which came from Anthropologie. And you know how Anthropologie is just kind of all over the place, wild and eclectic and bohemian. So when I went to I think it was Hobby Lobby, I got that fabric, and I chose it with that bohemian Anthropologie style to go with the quilt long ago. So I didn't actually crackle the chair. The chair came crackled, as it is. And somebody had painted this little effect here with the pink and gold, and then crackled the chair, painted it green, and used that crackle paint. Oh, I used to just love to do crackle paint. Anyway, the seat cover was horrible, so I changed it, and it's not difficult to do that if the screws are visible underneath and you can get to it, which this one was, and those new chairs are as well. So, yeah. Oh, I just dread taking down all the Christmas. It's just going to be so sad to take it all down. But anyway, and then my sister, we traded, she wanted a bracelet, and she had actually done this cheese box for me, which looks like a hat box. And of course, the colors in the cheese box go with the colors in the rug, which also came from Anthropology that I keep my mother-in-law's old suitcase in. And what's in that old suitcase are toys. Yeah, toys that belong to my husband. I'll show someday if you'd like to see. So anyway, yeah, this bedding I haven't changed in years because I like it. I painted the wall this, that hunter green, which the hunter green is here in the quilt. Or comforter, excuse me. I keep saying quilt. Well, it's a quilted comforter, kind of, because it does have quilting on it. So that's why, in my head, I've got a color scheme going on in my home in each room that makes sense to me. But to anybody else, it may be just like wild and crazy and not something you'd want to see just anywhere. Okay, so anyway, let me push this back in. And then I think this little table, I think that came from Kirkland's. I'm pretty sure at one time I was looking for a little table to sit over here to go under the picture. And these roses I dried. My husband gave me a dozen roses for an anniversary one time. So I dried them, and they are a memory. This is kind of my memory table with my mother-in-law and father-in-law and my little mother and daddy here. The pictures, and I keep those out all the time. I don't know, just things to think about, things to show. This chair was also a find. I don't remember if it was an estate sale or an antique store, and I just loved it. I love this effect right here, whatever that is. I wouldn't want to make it. Can you imagine trying to make that? There were no cracks in it. There was no give to it. I don't sit in it, but I just love that. It's not caning, but it's straw based. So anyway, I just loved that chair. So I've just got all these little finds all over the place. I almost feel like I'm creating a thrift store in my house. Okay, my dream I really do. I feel like I've got this thrift store going on. Okay, my dream is, and even this thing up here, I think that lamp looks really pretty. Sorry, I stopped abruptly because my husband came home and he wondered what on earth I was doing. So anyway, I like it when the light's on in here. It's just really, really pretty. The other thing that I have thrifted, this did come from an antique store a few years ago, was this marble top table where I keep my nativity, and I love it. And then this Seton Hall came from a thrift thing. I mean, my whole house is nothing but thrift finds, antique finds. Nothing matches. It's just kind of silly, but it's me. And then this chair I found one time, and I've shown it before, and I did recover it also. It used to be in my bedroom because of the toile, because my bedroom was nothing but toile, and I recovered it myself and then added this piece to the back because there was some damage on the chair. So I just added that seam with the brass tacks. And now it's in here in the living room. And I had to move where I keep my iPad down in this little metal box that I used to have under the table that was in my dining room. So thrift find there with that table. Antique find with that. And you know about my tea cart. That was at an antique store. Actually, it was a second-hand store that I got. The table that my Santa tree is on is an antique find that I was going to do a mosaic on it, and I changed my mind. I didn't do it. So anyway, just antiques and thrifts, and that came from a thrift store. My best find, though, I think of all, is this, what I'm calling a buffet in my dining room. I have really enjoyed this, and everybody really liked it, thought it went well. So that is my thing. Bohemian, eclectic, anthropology, decor. I am working on cleaning my house this morning. It is Thursday morning, 8:30, and here is our current situation where we live. It is snowing, and we are supposed to get from 1 to 4 inches. I'll show you at the front door as well. We panic when we start getting a little snow because we don't know how to drive on it like they do in the north. Oh, isn't it pretty? Just gorgeous. This is we had a little dusting at one time, but this is our first true, real snow, and it is so pretty. Coming down softly, it's pretty wet, and I don't know about the school situation. I'm still in my pajamas because I'm cleaning. I like to do my cleaning before I get ready. They went ahead and had school today. Where my daughter lives, they had a 2-hour delay. Here, they went ahead and had it. If it does get up to 4 inches, I have a feeling they might call school off because it's supposed to go through the day into the night. So I don't think the accumulations are going to be like super, super heavy, but could be. Just never know. So I am going to get my house dusted. I just Swiffered. I'm going to mop. And I'm still not going to take down my Christmas decorations. My husband said yesterday, oh, please, just leave them up this year. Just leave them up. So I'm going to for a while. We'll see when I take them down. But I'm so glad I left them up for today since we had. I turned on all my Christmas lights. I lit my candle over there by the fireplace. I have a blanket out. I don't know. It feels more Christmassy now than it did when Christmas was here, when we were in the 50s. So I think I showed what I did to my sister's shirt last night. And I think I was talking yesterday about when my husband came in, I had to stop, what my dream would be. Another dream. I have a lot of dreams. But I just think it would be so much fun to have a shop where you looked for things at estate sales that you could sell. And I just think that would be kind of cool, kind of neat. So, like even chairs like this that are decorated, I've got it up because I'm getting ready to mop. And I'll wipe off the counter, of course, when I get through. So nobody can freak out about that. But anyway, just little things like this to sell that people might want in their home for decoration purposes. And I was going around and showing all the things that I had gotten, and I think I stopped at this green, I think I ordered this one time. There was a place that used to have the cutest stuff, and I guess it went out of business because I've never gotten any emails from it, but I think that's where I ended up, was there. And other than that, I think I've pretty well shown everything that is something that I've gotten at an estate sale or a antique store. And of course, this sewing cabinet came from my mother-in-law, and she had a sewing machine that my sister-in-law let me have, but unfortunately it did not work. It was completely, after 28 years, it's not going to probably be very good. So it did not stay with us. So, and I'm still just sick about my piano. I keep hoping that magically I'll turn it on and it'll play, but it's not going to. So I'm thinking in a couple of months, maybe I could go to the place in the city that sells these, talk about, how they recycle electric pianos, and see about getting one that's just straight. Nothing as far as I don't need to hook it up to a computer. I'm not a songwriter. Actually, I have written songs in my head, but I don't write them down, so there's that. But anyway, yeah. So that's what I think I'll do today, is get my house cleaned up. I wasn't going to clean until next week, but since I'm going to leave up my Christmas decorations, I think that I will get the house done. Oh, it's just so fun to look out the window and see snow.